So today I want to talk about another one of my books. I'm going to read a quote to you, and I really want to expose how some of the patterns that we see in how grooming functions, we are seeing these exact same patterns play out in how we are educating kids about transgender ideology. Okay, so this is today's book. I know it is backward for you, but I will put the title in the comments and I'm going to read it to you now. So this book is called Survival in Captivity: Children and Youth Abducted for Sexual Abuse by Frank Graziano. He says, captors, like other abusers of children, exploit their role as caretakers and conveyors of beliefs, norms, values, and patterns of respect and obedience, so that pedophilic sex acquires a facade of normality. Such redefinition of meaning, abnormal becomes normal, has broader application when captives are indoctrinated to accept captors' specious ideologies, or when a captor's totalitarian ambitions includes the denial and rearrangement of apparent facts. Where do we see that? Natascha's captor pointed to a can of black paint and asked her the paint's color. She responded correctly, black. No, that's red. It's red because I say it is. Say that it's red. So we can see this pattern. We can see how educators in the schools are doing just this. They are redefining meanings where abnormal becomes normal. Kids are being taught you are born in the wrong body. Your body parts may not belong to you. Your body may really need a different kind of genital than the one that you have. Your genitals are not natural to you. And the last one, we see denial and rearrangement of apparent facts. So kids, just like Natascha in this example, is being told to look at a can of black paint and say that it is the color red. Kids are being told to look at a man in front of them, perhaps even their teacher, and being told to say, no, it's not a man, it's a woman. Say it's a woman because I say it's a woman. So this is dissociative. This grooms kids into a pattern of not being allowed to speak to the authority of their own bodies. They are not allowed to trust what their own bodies are telling them, and they are being led by adults to go along with this programming. This is to convey, as it says here, beliefs, norms, values, and patterns of respect and obedience. And I want to give you a direct example. So I want to say one more thing. So I want to bring up this book again about sexual grooming. And one of the things that it says in this book is that it's not just individuals who have a fixed target that groom. Institutions can also groom. So the example I have is from a former friend of mine who I told her that she was grooming, which she was. She got upset, maybe not rightfully, because she is a good person. She didn't want to hear that she was grooming kids, but she was explaining to me the situation where she was running this program, and at the beginning of the program, all of them sat around. She sat around all the kids, and she directed them in having to say their pronouns. And I asked her, is there any way that these kids can object? Is there a way that they can choose not to participate? They couldn't. It was part of the programming. And she was the leader leading them in the programming, but there was no way for them to be non-participants. So kids who objected or didn't agree that some of their fellow students were the opposite sex, who wanted to be able to name what they were seeing in front of their faces, had no opportunity to dissent, because she, as the leader, was setting the tone. She was saying, this is how you must participate. Now, kids naturally want to be approved by their authority figures. And the situation that she set up was, in order to be approved by the authority, in order to go along with the program, you must participate in rejecting the reality of your senses. So this is grooming. Now, while this book is about those who actually literally capture kids, these kids are being captured ideologically. What it says in here about creating a set of totalitarian beliefs, this is what is happening. There is no way for these kids to be non-participants or object or reject this ideology when it is, the tone is being set by their leaders and guides and teachers. So parents, you need to give kids the tools to be able to reject this when it comes up to school, comes up at school, and be able to let them know that they do not have to go along with bad authority. If an authority figure is telling them to reject the evidence of their eyes and ears, that is a bad authority, and they are allowed and encouraged to reject that authority and bring it to you, and you will deal with it. And just so you know, if you want to read more about this, go to my Substack, www.theknownheretic.com. Coming up, I am going to be holding groups, so stay tuned, just stay tuned. And if you have anything that you want me to address specifically, do put it in the comments. Thank you.